said anything, so I did this time. And it looks like we're gonna start here.
Yeah, draft started.
So, looking at draft, do you think what do you think is gonna go this time? What is Butler? They can't really target ban here, so what do they look to take away? The Camille.
Well, look,
What was that?
hold up the other. Wait,
You're cutting out there. You might have to turn your mic sensitivity back up. But for those of us who can hear me, looks like we're having a Camille and Kale ban. Kale's a good ban. We saw it played in an earlier game. Camille's a great ban always because what are the champion?
Right, how's that?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Oh, it's a Zoe? It's a Zoe ban. I like the Camille ban. I don't like the Zoe ban.
I only have a few of them pulled up right now. Dude plays a lot of Camille Kled. So the Camille ban makes a lot of sense.
I think they banned that last game, which I agree. The Kassadin ban, I guess, is probably a pretty good ban too. Urgot, Warwick.
Yeah, Kassadin's really strong right now. He doesn't seem to have a whole lot of games on it, but he does play it recently. Zoe's a good ban. He's got 111 games this season on Zoe.
I feel like Zoe's not a champ, though, that can... I guess it's good to take away something you're comfortable with, but there's the Kai'Sa. There's the Kai'Sa. As we were saying, we're going to see another Kai'Sa.
Very nice. I like the Akali ban on their team because that's a complete throwaway ban.
Oh, true. The Urgot, too. I can't think of anyone...
Yeah, he's not going to play Urgot. Warwick's fine. I mean, it's just a pick in his pool.
There's Morgana. Support or mid?
Support, for sure. It's very rare for teams to flex that mid nowadays, just because there are so many better mids. The only reason you'd flex at mid is if you really need that spell shield, and you need a good support.
That's fair. We got the Graves. That's standard. It's a good champ. Not usually like banning till the second go around.
Yeah, high solo queue win rate on the Graves.
Not a lot for team, though. Easy to collapse.
Yeah.
It's easy to screw over a Graves.
It's very easy to shut down if you have that team orientation. Okay, Soraka pick.
So not what we wanted to see.
Definitely not what we wanted to see in terms of tank support.
Do you think we're going to see another Braum, and do you think the Soraka pick is going to cost him this game?
Possibly. It would be very smart. Yeah, I mean, they already picked Morgana support, so...
I can't imagine the Soraka outplaying a Morgana with a decent 80 carry.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally nothing the Morgana can do besides Q the Soraka, so... The spell shield's not going to do a whole lot in that lane.
Which is good, I guess, but it feels like
damage coming out from our bot lane, but other than that, it's not going to block. We don't have very much CC in the bot lane, so...
The
Kled, expected.
Yeah.
Second most played for their top laner.
Sounds like something.
Kled is really, really good against Sion, though. So that's a tough matchup. Beginning of the season, I was a Kled main. I know that matchup. It's rough for the Sion. If you can, Kled, you are the ultimate bully. You just throw your Q every time he throws his Q, and you just run circles around him.
It's gonna be an interesting matchup for Sion. Hopefully, if he plays like he did last game, I think he can hold it.
I mean, as Sion, what you want to do is sit and farm and try not to take too much abuse.
Get those 80 or those tank items up, and then just become a force in the end of the game.
I'm interested to see why they picked Kindred to ban that out.
I saw that last
I'm not.
too.
Yeah, I'm not really sure whether our jungler plays Kindred.
I don't think any of our 4 junglers play Kindred.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I'd like to see that ban. I don't know.
Xayah Rakan's a strong bot lane, so I mean they're not gonna pick Rakan because they have Morgana, but you never know. Xayah Morgana's still really good.
Huh. There seems to be some talk in the league chat. The other team is calling for Trundle. I guess they did. Oh, they missed their ban. The ban did not go through. That's fine. It happens. The second ban's going to be on Trundle. Which
Interesting.
I don't think really makes a difference.
This is such a weird format for doing pick ban.
I like
I
it, but
guess
at the same time, it's like,
Yeah, I guess what it does is it cuts out the chances of if you make a mistake in tournament draft, you don't have to remake the queue and everything. So
so looks like Ash, which I actually like to see. I think Kai'Sa
that's
dominates
a
there.
very safe pick, which is great into Kaisa.
I think Kai'Sa could, the way Kai'Sa played last game, if Centurion plays the same way, I think he's going to dominate that Ash. I think the Lucian screwed him because of the poke coming from the Lucian. I know Ash has a lot, but I don't think it's nothing a Kai'Sa can dodge once level 6
Yeah.
gets hit. But up until level 6, I don't think that's going to be fun. And there it is. That's what I wanted to see.
I like the Zach
That's what
much
I wanted to see
better
the
than
first
this
game.
one.
I talked
All
about
right, and
it.
then we need is a damage mid,
Yep.
AD mid. We want an AD mid.
You think we're going to see it? You think we're going to see it?
Probably not because he doesn't play any AD mids.
He plays Yasuo. He plays Yasuo.
He doesn't play
Yes,
Yasuo.
he does. I got onto his alternate account. Lucian?
Okay, I see it. I can
don't know
see
if
it.
that's the play.
I've seen it played.
I don't know.
It's like a pocket pick. It's one of his pocket picks.
But he's about to get outpicked. He could get outpicked is the issue. If he gets countered,
Yeah.
it's going to suck for him.
Yeah.
But then again, the bans on Skizm look like a crackhead ban. They don't make any sense, other than maybe Warwick.
If I were in here, I would be flexing the Lucian bot lane. And I would play Kaisa mid.
Yeah. They can trade that, too.
Yeah.
They can do that. Cassiopeia is definitely not going to be fun to go against.
As Lucian, hell no, because you have the ground on Cass where it'll stop his E dash. On Kaisa, you don't have anything that's dashing except for your ultimate, which is a tel. I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't know what it's classified as, but I mean, your Cass's ground is not going to stop your ultimate.
Yeah. That is going to be interesting. The ulti out of her is going to be big then, because that can stop a Zax and a Scion. I don't know if it stops Scion's ult.
Yeah, I don't think it does because it's technically like one of those unstoppable things.
Yeah.
So
What? I gotta pull it. We don't know. We'll get to see here. Throw this back up right now.
Okay, so we have a quick emergency in the team, and then we'll get into game.
Yeah, jungle has
once
an emergency.
once they make some
plays here. Look at that team though. That's diamond, 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 diamond.
Yeah, so we're against an all diamond high elo, very high
yet
elo.
It goes to say they did. Yeah, the last team was Masters. The last team was real big, but it looks like they did lose against Darkstar Galaxy, which is who we play next, no matter what. Because remember, Illinois is going to be a bye team. So, but I mean, this is immolation either way, so I guess it comes down to one game here. Butler Esports, if they played like they did last game, but control the map a little bit better, I think they win this. I like the team comp better. I like Santa.
Yeah, definitely better team comp than last game. More team focused, more team oriented champions. We have Zach and Scion. Soraka ult is going to help a little bit. And we're focusing on getting their strategy should be Lucian and Kaisa. Lucian's heavily mid game spike. And then Kaisa will be that late game spike if we can hit it.
This is gonna be a fun game, I think, to watch.
I'm interested to see how this mid matchup goes because I'm sure the Lucian's staying mid. So
I can't imagine they change it at this point.
So Lucian into Cass. I mean, that's a tough one. I'd say that's a tough one.
I don't think that's gonna be fun, but I don't think it's impossible.
It's definitely, if the Lucian gets ahead, there's no stopping the steamroll that the Lucian can do in terms of just being able to put out damage way more consistently than Cass. But if a jungler shows up, Lucian has no escape because you've Cass ground, and then you got a Graves Cassiopeia ultimate coming at you. It'll be a tough one.
I want to see roaming out of the Lucian. I want to see a lot of roaming bot.
Mm-hmm. All right, so they're picking they're making their picks right now.
And then we're gonna have about a 3-minute delay, so it is gonna be a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to everyone who's patient. Go team, Coins George, thank you for joining us. This is gonna be Butler. This is an elimination game. It is going to be Butler University versus Skizm Esports. Out of the tournament so far are Illinois, UTD Esports B team, and then St. Ambrose Fighting Bees. Left are Nova, Dark Star Galaxy, St. Ambrose, and Butler. I really do want to see the game, though, between Dark Star Galaxy and Nova. Watching how both teams played, I wish I could see that game, but I don't think I'm going to get it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think Supernova is the best team in the tournament. They had them ranked lower, but I genuinely think they're the best team in the tournament. They have 2 Masters players. They control the map really well. They get greedy against teams they know they can beat, which might cost them, but against some other teams here, I might see a little bit more aggression. I'd be happy to see that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
I'm looking forward to seeing how well our bot lane plays, because we did see how well Centurion played last time on Kaisa. And he has potential. But not so much with the Soraka. The Soraka pick is just too passive for me.
I don't like it. I don't like that it doesn't do anything in the game. It heals, just, but...
It's just too passive.
I'm happy to see the Zac. I called this in the first game. This is something I wanted to see out of MGL. Because I know he's pocket Zac. I watch him on OPGG. I even have written down Zac ? Please. On my note thing here. I'm hoping that that's the pick here.
Yeah. Honestly, I want to see... I just really like seeing Kled in any professional. I mean, it's obviously not that professional, but in any competitive scene.
We'll say semi-professional.
Yeah, I just love seeing Kled in anything that's like serious, because he can do a lot of work if he gets ahead.
Hopefully, I just don't think the Soraka is the pick.
Yeah, I mean, we just don't have anything good in terms of defenses against their engages. We have Scion ultimate and we have Zac ultimate. Everything is reactive if you think about it. We have nothing besides Zac engage and Scion engage that is going to have us in a position where we're going to have a good team fighting.
Late game, though,
we have...
They don't have any front wall, really, other than Kled.
Yeah, I mean, they have Kled, but then again, like, it's similar to Scion Ultimate, where you point and click.
Yeah.
Like, you have a guaranteed engage if you're not an idiot.
What I'm hoping, genuinely, is that we get to see here is we see the Scion and we see the Zac, and that them building up enough tank is just able to stop the other team. I can't see Kled late game dominating a Scion Zac in a team fight. I feel like Zac peels them off. And
in the ideal situation, yes.
But then again, it depends how quick the game is. A lot of their games have been, you know, a little bit quick. They're off a win right now. They're feeling good. The momentum's in their favor.
Yeah, Kled has the potential to pop off early, and then it'll just stunt the Scion's ability to be able to be that tank.
We're at a 250-minute delay right now, and we'll be coming in the game shortly. Lucian Ignite. What do you think?
Expect nothing less.
Right?
It's Lucian mid.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were going to be more defensive, you would have taken like Cleanse against. I mean, even then, Cleanse is still like it's iffy whether you take it, because you wouldn't have a whole lot of use out of it until Cassio ult or their bot lane starts roaming, where you have Ashe ult and Morgana Q.
I wouldn't
So
mind
if
going.
if that starts becoming like that big of a problem, you just go QSS. So
I guess, but I would like a teleport, honestly, out of him. The way that that Mac played last game
mhm.
on
I can
on
see split
Zillion,
push Lucian.
I like that. I like that idea.
Split push Lucian forcing like the problem is if you have split push Lucian, I don't think he would be able to hold his own against a Kled.
I think he could pull him and out teleport the Kled. You're running 2 teleports. Kled's either going to go bot or top against Scion or Lucian. If he picks Scion, you push with it. If he picks Lucian, you just bait teleport out of him, pull back the fight, go back in, force him again out, and then use teleport to your advantage.
We'll just have to see how that plays out. But we have the Ignite instead. So
maybe this is the
if there is a split push style coming out of the Lucian, we'll have what I predict will happen is we'll have the Scion should be with the team because I mean there's just no situation where Scion is out pushing Kled. So he'll just be forced at his tower, and then you'll have Kled being able to roam, creating 5v4 situations unless the Lucian is out as well. So
this is gonna be a fun game.
Yeah,
this is gonna be interesting.
Interesting.
I'm
very
definitely
interesting.
Curious to see some of the level 1s here.
I would like to see a level 1 invade by either team.
Last game, the invade did not favor. Like Butler played very smart. They played very safe. They knew it was going to come. They predicted it, and they stopped it and got a kill off of it. I don't think Skizm is going to be as aggressive this time. I hope.
Skizm doesn't really have a whole lot besides Morgana Q in terms of catching somebody out in the early game, so I would expect them not to be that aggressive.
They'll have the
just because they don't.
I don't know.
That is correct. I'm not sure if that would be enough, but you know, I also would think that they would be a little more cautious just because Cass is not really that early oriented damage champion.
We're gonna get into the start here as we roll on into the game finally.
All right, here we go.
That's where it starts. You know, the one thing I want to see though out of Butler is more map pressure and taking more objectives.
Yes, we need better vision. Like our vision game needs to step up a little bit. But that we haven't practiced yet, and we also haven't had our team meeting yet. That's this weekend, so we'll figure that stuff out.
I want you to know I just pulled out of my suit jacket Clarkston High School prom June 2nd, 2016.
Very nice.
How long has it been since I've worn this suit is the question. But it was tucked in there. It was hidden. Okay, that goes in there.
All right.
Here we are.
Classic Riot, taking forever to load.
I wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't want it any other way.
Let me know when you're in game.
I'm at 0s across the board.
Same.
I think because we're spectating, it'll keep us at the same speed.
No, that's usually it's you can load in at different times depending on your internet speed. And then what you want to do is just make sure that you're always at the most updated time possible so that we're at equal times.
Easy peasy.
Because last year we were running into issues where I would be like 2 seconds ahead and then I'd be talking about something 2 seconds ahead.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
I do like their skin game is tight though. I guess that's where Skizm.
All right, here we're in.
I'm not.
And it jumped in. It placed me 1 minute in, so I'm gonna open up some controls here.
Yeah, I am currently at 0% across the board actually.
All right. Do you remember the hotkeys for opening the scoreboard?
Tab, right? Tab opens items. That's as far as I've gotten so far. I got home an hour before and prepared everything in 1 hour. Weird. Okay, now we're starting to get some. I guess we kind of just shot down to there. We are. People are loading in now. There we go. Okay, and we're in. Wow. Yeah, I am at.
All right. Let's start over at the beginning.
You want to start at the beginning?
Yeah. Actually, let's just jump in. Let's to keep it better. Let's go all the way to the most recent. I'm at 150.
I'm at 150 as well, I believe.
All right, very good. And then I have to check. There we go.
I'm at 157 right now. 158, 59.
Yep.
Perfect.
Cool.
So,
all right, so we have some action going on here.
Fall there.
Ignite burned, no heal burned on the enemy side.
She knew she won.
Bot lane, some trading going on here.
Graves invading top lane, taking a blue. It looks like Zach is taking his time. He's gonna have much.
Zach's
slower.
taking a very, very slow route. He went red. He went red, Wraiths, and then Scuttle, instead of getting the buff, where if he doesn't, because Sion didn't ward anything in our jungle, and neither did Lucian, so we're not going to be able to spot out the fact that he's taking our.
Too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, there's the flag.
Oh, and
Cassiopeia has an
that's
early
first
kill,
blood.
and that might be two. That looks like two. Oh no. Nice.
Yeah, he has
flash.
passive. Very nice.
But,
they might get this. They should be able to get it. It's out of turret range. Yeah.
Yep. There it is. Graves is gonna. That's
early.
That's early.
Yeah,
and
this
Sion,
is exactly what I was talking about with Kled being able to bully the shit out of Sion.
So we got already almost down 3. Kled's bullying the Sion. He gets. No, it's not enough.
Kled could sit here or back. He doesn't know where Zach is. Yeah.
He knows.
I think he's waiting for Graves. Yeah.
He's got a ward, so he's gonna see Zach when he comes in.
He's faking a back.
He sees him. Graves sees him too. He's pushing in. There we go. He warns
Very nice.
him. And he's gonna.
All right, so Kled's gonna go back. He gets stopped by Sion.
We'll go bot lane. Looks like actually.
He should be fine. He has passive. Yeah, and he can. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about.
There it is, and that is 3 already in favor. A game which should be a lot easier for Butler to win. They're falling apart here. They have better team comp. They have better everything. Soraka seems to be helping bot lane. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to make it easier.
Very small CS discrepancies in the bot lane, so
But
nothing too bad.
But mid, top, and jungle all died. Mid, top, and jungle all got a kill. So there's, I mean, that's an advantage across the board. Bot lane is really gonna have to pick up here. And we see,
Yeah, so
we still seeing just little trades down bot lane. But
in terms of jungle difference, it's big. The pathing.
Graves should have been a ban if Zach was going to be a pick because Graves has way too fast to clear.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have gone for. I would have gone like after your red buff, you go up into your blue side because Graves. You didn't know. They didn't know where he. I'm assuming they didn't know where Graves started. So he has such a fast clear that he could. I mean, he easily took both buffs.
Oh yeah, that was no issue for him, and it's already put him ahead.
And he hasn't even cleared his own blue buff.
Oh, but there's Zach going in the bot lane, but the damage was just too much. Soraka's down. Kai'Sa, they're gonna try to give Kai'Sa the kill here.
All right, I'm not sure Kai'Sa had to flash there.
I didn't, but yeah, no. Well, you know, it is what it is sometimes. But Ashe then just delivering a blow. Look at that. She's not afraid. She knows that they're not gonna go in. Lucian might have wanted to stay, but Lucian's about.
Lucian.
Oh, that's not good.
He could go down here.
I think he's going to. Yep, there it is.
That's the ground.
Yep. And he's just down again. And he's 0-2 mid. And there's another one falling bot lane. And it's a 1-6
Super
game.
unfortunate. Ashe is 1v2ing over here.
And she's going to get another kill with the flash.
Oh, very close.
If she gets level 6, though, how close is she? Not close
I don't think it's close enough. No. Yeah.
They're looking to make a play towards Dragon now because they know they can take it.
Yeah, I mean, he's just picking up his second blue of the game at 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
This is already so far behind. Luckily, no one's worth any money yet, but I mean, Soraka caught out again. Just absolutely decimated.
Yeah, trying to freeze the wave for Kai'Sa and Morgana getting some clearing some deep vision.
I mean, the damage is already coming out. Sion bullied top lane, keeping up the best he can. Jungle the big difference. Mid, the difference is 2 kills is the issue. The CS might be, you know, similar, but
yeah, here as Kled, you bully under turret, you push him in, and you roam. Once you hit 6, you can go mid and then start picking up kills mid lane because this Cassiopeia is smashing.
I mean, yeah, this is absolutely devastating. This is not the way you want to start a game. Luckily, the gold difference, you know, is only about 3K.
Yeah, here we see Kled moving into our topside jungle.
I mean, he can claim what he wants at this point. He knows he's stronger than Zach. And Zach just getting pushed off
caught.
red, and he's gonna die again.
That's extremely unfortunate.
And that is just
I mean, it's
not.
just.
And Scion falling as well, possibly.
No, not
Scion
yet.
gets out, but then there's the clap.
Here comes the Ash Arrow.
There's the Ash Arrow. Morgana Q gonna come out. Oh, she's baiting it. She's baiting it. A good switch. A good way. Oh, but it wasn't enough. Yeah.
Whew, that was really close.
That is, I mean.
There's a 2-level difference in this mid lane.
Yeah, and there it is, falling again. The jungle can't get to lanes to help, and the lanes are being dominated. And this is looking to be a very quick game.
Yes. Scion ulting into mid lane to catch the Cass.
That's just not. I mean, there's the first tower at 8 minutes again. It's another 8-minute tower.
Yeah, that's. I mean, they're just taking everything on this map.
Butler needs to stall as long as they can to push this into late game. Because they are getting dominated. They need to get picks.
Yeah,
and they need to put it in
honestly,
late game.
as Butler, you give up you give up objectives just to farm your Kaisa and your Lucian.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
that's all you can do.
And you just gotta hope that the double AD carry pays off in the end, because the AP is already so strong. I mean, this is gonna be an uphill battle for Butler. They've put themselves in a position that is certainly not something you ever want to be in. In solo queue, someone probably would have left by now. For sure.
Open mid, by the way.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, mid turret. I mean, it's gonna start. That's the next objective. They're gonna get.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just picked up Herald.
So they know
Or
they
they're
can use it
going
to take
to
mid.
pick up Herald.
Unless.
Herald hasn't even spawned yet. They're gonna pick up Herald as soon as it starts.
And Scion knows Graves is there. He can't do anything. Such a big difference.
Yeah.
They might.
Pushed off his turret, and then they're gonna pick up top turret for free here.
I don't know if they get top turret. Oh, it looks like no, they are definitely with 2 of them. And bot lane, the Soraka is just
The
a
lane.
joke.
It's.
I mean,
That's
it's
so
not the
unfortunate.
pick. It's just not the pick. We knew it was gonna be this way. It's 0-3 already. The Soraka. It's not supporting. The Morgana's the inverse of that at 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bloodbath.
Yeah.
It's a one-sided bloodbath.
Playing in the true Skizm style. And there is gonna be the pick. He's staying in. He's staying for the fight.
Yikes.
That is not a fight you want to take. That's 2 of them. And there's
Yeah,
the ult.
that's it.
Wasted. Surrender of 15. I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
honestly, this is looking like.
they have to stall. I mean, they're down all of their T1s at 9 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just insane.
I mean,
They're up 7k gold
I
at
liked
10
the
minutes.
Zac. It got punished early, and I think the Soraka was still not the pick. I still think the Zac could have done clear a lot better.
Yeah,
you
they're up
said.
7k gold at 10 minutes. That is insane.
Like you said, he did a bad start to his jungling. It cost him. And the Soraka is just not useful. And I can just only imagine that the next play doesn't go very well.
Yeah, this game's over.
I mean, look at... I hear the VM in the background. There's Rift Herald. And the, Skizm...
They're going to use Rift Herald somewhere, and it's just going to cost the team, like, you know they're going to make a good choice using Rift Herald.
They've played so perfect. It's unbelievable.
I mean, they're
how
just
well they've
picking up
played.
free kills left and right.
That's true. Why even go towards Dragon right now, Soraka? You're going to get caught out again.
Yeah,
Way too
they're
far.
just, she's so far up.
This is the vision difference right now. You press F2, and look at that.
Yeah, I mean, we have we have 2 wards on the map.
Our vision is just, no objective vision. It's all defensive. It's covering our mid lane, and it's covering our bot lane for a rotation from mid lane.
I mean, we don't even, we shouldn't even be this far up bot lane.
And there we are, getting picked again bot lane because we're just out of place. And the worst part is they're going to try to collapse on Camille while they have the advantage. I don't think they have the damage.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay, so we pick up second kill of the game.
Second kill of the game goes to Lucian, but it's 1 and 4.
Let's go mid. Fuck these kids.
Zac missing the skills is Zac. He's using his
He
Q
just missed.
on the same person.
He just missed his Q, his E, and his R.
I wanted the Zac to be played. I didn't want him to be, joked at. And there's bot.
There's the Rift Herald. Everyone is mid. They're gonna get. They're gonna get the charge onto the inhibitor turret.
There's Kai'Sa. This could be big for Kai'Sa.
Oh, they pick up another kill.
There we go.
But at the cost of bottom inhibitor.
It's not worth it. The trades aren't worth it. And even when they do get a kill, the shutdown gold is 600, and I'd rather see it on Kai'Sa than anyone else. I don't think it matters at this point.
I mean, just pulling up the gold differences. What are we looking at here? We're looking at
What button is that?
2K in mid bot. I mean, there's a 2K difference in jungle. Almost a 3K difference in jungle.
What is the button for gold difference?
Press X. With the scoreboard pulled up, if you press X.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're
looking at almost a 3,000 gold difference in jungle. A 2,000 gold difference in top lane.
They're 10,000 above.
Yeah, it's just insane.
They're getting dominated. This is absolutely. I mean, I guess it is the first games of the season, and we're gonna take this. We're gonna move.
We haven't played as a team before.
And it shows.
Yeah, it definitely really shows.
Especially in this, the communication isn't there. There's out of position.
Blue buff stolen by the support.
Oh, this couldn't be going any worse.
Right there.
This is not. Butler played against a. They're playing worse against a.
Notice how our entire jungle is lit up.
Oh, for
both
sure.
Top and bottom.
You can see completely our jungle, and it shows in the kills. It's. I mean.
The other team just owns our jungle.
I mean I like the Gwinsu's now. The Gwinsu's the Rage Blade on Kai'Sa is gonna be big here because that's gonna be the damage from their team. Everyone else is a meat shield.
I mean, if Graves hadn't missed his ult right there, Soraka would have died.
And that'd be the 5th death for her this game. And I guess she's sharing it with mid lane, but AD mid lane might have not been the way to go against Cassio, but he was gonna get outpicked.
Yeah. The Scion's gonna go down here as well.
Is he?
Almost. Yep. Nope. He's not that aggressive.
Well, don't give up. Cled's don't.
He's just. I mean, he's in our base, and we're trying to defend top and mid.
We can't hold a lane, and the gold difference, the item difference.
Yeah.
Graves has a BF sword.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, Cled's just walking all over Scion right now.
And then look at that.
Scion has to flash.
Guys, I'm going big.
Okay.
Are they gonna try to take this? Oh, they're gonna try to take. Oh my God! The absolute miss from the Scion. It puts him there, but not close enough to do anything.
Oh, they almost get Graves.
Kai'Sa can ulti. No, she can't. She's held back.
Soraka goes down.
And there's the miss on the. None of the Zac skills have connected this game, and that's a 6.
Yeah, and that's a 4 for 0.
That is a 7-1 more
for blue side.
First item, you right. She went Twin Shadows. I think she finished that before I
That is the most fed person on the enemy team is the support.
And it shows because our support 0-5. 0-5.
Yeah, I mean that's game.
Yeah.
They're gonna finish here.
There's no way they don't. Scion stunned almost by the amount of damage. That's insane. I don't think they can do anything.
Yeah, I mean Scion hasn't even finished an item yet. Look at his build.
Oh my God. He's got Ninja Tabby, which he needed to get, but it doesn't matter. He's just gonna get pushed back. This is the time where you wish the banner minions or stuff. And there's Kai'Sa falling, and that's the first.
Oh, Kled almost went down.
That's the first Zac skill I think we've seen in the game to actually use that Q. That's the first time I think we saw MGL use that Q.
All the emotes coming out.
I mean, it's BM, but wouldn't you?
This game's over.
Oh, for sure. I don't think.
Notice on the time scale we have 0 objectives.
Oh yeah.
We have 3 kills.
Have we hit a tower yet?
They're up 15k gold at 16 minutes.
Every single tower on their team has the same health. 3, 4, 5, 2.
I would like to correct
3, 4, 9, 8, and 3, 5, 9.
Kills are not objectives.
Kills are not objectives, and you have 3 of them right now, so they don't count.
You have 0 dragons. Let's look at that. Let's look at how many times you've touched their turrets. Yeah, every single turret the 3 outer turrets I'm looking at here have a sliver, the tiniest sliver of damage.
We're gonna
on
bring Renegade Mac in for an interview after this game. I mean, we have to. We have to talk about this because this is.
Let's talk about our
failure. The miss on the Ash ult doesn't even matter.
Let's just
3 people can't take down Kled.
Hey man, I topped the damage charts.
Let's just consider this game.
This is over. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Look at that. I mean, it's just not.
They're just running us down.
They're literally chasing us. And Zach, what's he even do? Yeah, that's what I thought. MGL.
What?
Oh, he didn't even get it that time. I'm very disappointed in the Zach.
He had it like half a second longer. Yeah, that's
Honestly,
game.
though, Kai'Sa,
Kled's in our base. That's game.
You can tell Kai'Sa didn't like it was not 100% her fault. She looked like she had some good plays and did everything. I think.
She tried.
That lane comes down to.
There wasn't. There was not a whole lot you can do in that bot lane.
And mid just got stomped.
Yeah, mid just got destroyed.
Mid got absolutely joked on, finishing 2-8, and there it is. GG.
Top lane was as expected. I didn't really expect the Scion to do a whole lot against the Kled. And then jungle difference. The jungle difference was huge.
It was bad. The jungle difference was bad. I think the Scion played pretty well for being against a Kled.
I mean, yeah. There's not a whole lot to Kled. The Kled's just gonna walk all over you.
But he went 0-3.
That was expected.
I mean, yeah, jungle was. Yeah, that is almost that's something. Let's get Renegade Mac.
18-minute game. Holy, look at these damage charts. Pull up these damage charts.
Our first game was a little less stompy.
So let's do this. How do you do this again?
Dude, yeah, that was wild. Yeah, well, actually, we have practice.
Oh, I have to send you a friend request. So. Oh no, I can't. I can move. I can move Luke into this right away.
Yeah, I invite at the top.
And let's see. He didn't accept.
Luke, get in this call.
He's eliminated, isn't he?
I'm talking to the admin.
I believe he's eliminated.
He's talking to the admin of the tournament.
He's trying to call. They were hacking.
Luke, you should claim they were hacking.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. Even the chat's going off. Oh my god, this Zach is terrible. There isn't even a competition. Team comp made my eyes.
Jesus.
Scrims didn't even have.
Team comp made my eyes bleed.
Skizm
I agree, dude.
Didn't even use lube. You better hit that SKIZM. It was bad. It was undoubtedly a poor performance.
Yeah, for sure. We'll talk about that. Also, for this event, where do we
Scion will outpush Kled. Are you kidding me?
Not a chance.
There's not unless you're full AD Scion with Tiamat, you're not outpushing Kled.
Even so, I mean that was just.
Even if, yeah. Okay, let's. We're waiting for.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
All right, seems that.
Hey, what up, guys?
Okay, so you're eliminated from the tournament, correct?
Yeah, we got knocked out.
Yeah, you guys got dicked.
So, first game, the first actual played game,
Yeah.
was really held against a team with 2 master players. Your Scion did great top lane. Everything looked really clean. It came down to a loss of map control. What happened with the towers? Take us through it.
So the first game, our game plan was we had a scaling comp and we had minor advantages in certain places. We were winning team fights, but we couldn't really push anything because we didn't. I was playing Zillion mid, and Zillion is really bad at taking towers. And basically, we were in bad positions because we couldn't manage our waves very well after every time we would win a fight, so we just had to reset. And it led to them getting farm advantages and tower advantages, which put us behind in golding, though we were able to win fights. So we weren't really able to convert our advantages. I think that can be fixed with better, more practice, more teamwork. This is the first time we've played together. But
I like that answer. Now the Baron call with Gnar with 12 seconds and teleport.
Yeah.
Did you
So
teleport was down?
No, we knew teleport was up. Our plan was to start the Baron, have them come over, and then fight before the Gnar could TP in, because at that point we knew we're probably not going to be able to win the game since we were so behind on objectives. that there's no real way back into the game unless we get the Baron, since we have to take it off the table. Otherwise, they just take it for free since we're getting absolutely pushed in from all lanes. So the game plan was start the Baron, and if they don't match us, we just take it. And if they do match us, we turn and fight, and it's a 5v4 at the beginning of it. And even though we have like a slight health disadvantage, we have a little bit of extra time in a 5v4. Didn't work out though, because they were so far ahead from having better map control.
Overall, first game, enjoyed it. It was a good display. You could see where the power was. It was just, you know, as you said, just a little more practice. Team's first time playing together at the start of the season. You got to be happy with that.
Yeah.
Second game. Oh, no. Yeah, please.
Did you feel confident with the Zillion going in? Or if not, which champion would you have picked?
So I liked the Zillion because it enabled our Kai'Sa to basically 1v9, and our Kai'Sa got ahead. And I also think it's just really, really strong right now. It doesn't play to my style very well, but I know how to play safe with it and not chain feed like I did on Lucian. And I haven't practiced a ton of mid lane recently, so I knew it would be a safe pick that would help our team. The only thing is, I don't think that it worked because we didn't. I think it would have worked better if we had more practice. Picking it into a team with no practice was probably a poor decision because a lot of it involves around your team playing together really well and using the ultimate effectively to bait out major cooldowns and fights, and we just couldn't do that. But I think for what it was worth, it actually did pretty well, despite the fact that I could have played it significantly better and we could have played around it better.
I want to give a quick shout out to Darkstar Gaming. Thank you so much. You can follow them at DSGLOL on Twitter for hosting this tourney. And now on to the game where we have a lot
I
of
just
questions.
chain fed all game. It was bad.
What did you think, Lucian? Do you wish did you wish you could go back and play an AP champ?
No. So we had AP coming from, magic damage coming from Sion, Zac, Kai'Sa, and Soraka, so we needed a physical damage mid laner. If I could have redone the draft, I don't know about the Soraka pick. The problem is there's not a whole lot that's good in the Morg, especially if the Morg is played really well. It neutralizes a lot of engaged champions just because her Black Shield's so powerful, and I knew that Ashe Morgana is a really strong harass lane, which is hard for Kai'Sa. So the game plan was to have Kai'Sa scale into late game and have somebody that could protect her, and we could have two backline threats, so the Lucian and the Kai'Sa, and it would also give us a strong lane and mid lane. So we picked the Soraka, which ended up being pretty rough because she, just gets bullied in lane really hard and can't respond well to ganks, which is very prevalent in competitive play. So I think the Lucian pick was fine, given the fact that we already had Kai'Sa, Soraka. If I could go back and change it, I probably would put him on a different support and pick something like Vlad, just because Lucian's such a volatile pick, and I misplayed early and got chunked out, and it just led to me turbo inting all game. It was bad. It was really bad.
All right, so I understand the situation behind our support these two games, but were things like Braum and Tom Kench thought about in that second game for a support? Because those would have been significantly better.
Yeah, he said he hadn't really played any Braum, and I didn't think about Tom Kench just because I don't think Tom Kench is a very good pick right now.
Tom Kench is still very good against Morg.
And it's gonna keep you alive longer than this Soraka.
Regardless of the insanely long W Devour cooldown, it's still if you use it properly, it's still better than having a Soraka is just the wrong choice there.
Yeah, so I also think that's a champ that requires a lot of teamwork and practice, which we had none. I don't think you could just pick that and not know each other's playstyle. This was a sub support too. It never played with the AD. AD never played with support. I don't think you can just go in and pick a champ that relies so heavily on teamwork like that. I think the Braum would have been better if I would have wanted to play Braum if our support was confident in it, but he really was quite limited on his picks, so there wasn't a whole lot we could really do about that. In the future, when we have our main support, we can hopefully practice things like Tom Kench into Morgana so that we have specific counter picks when we go for early power picks like Kai'Sa.
So Centurion, first game playing for Butler Esports. How do you think he did? Think he's the fit?
Honestly, I've been impressed by this man since tryouts. Like, so I came in like not even considering him for the roster. Like, I think I looked him up, and he had climbed between the time I looked him up and when we did tryouts. So I looked him up. He was like gold 3, and I was like, there has to be like somebody better than this, right? Like gold 3, whatever. But he came to tryouts and he just like absolutely raffle stomped our bot lane with Draven. And then the next game, he like 1v9, or no, he played Jinx, got really fed, and like positioned super well in fights. It was really hard for me to assassinate him, even though I was fed on Ahri. I was just thoroughly impressed by the way he played. And what I learned from like watching the replays and seeing him play in this game, like he doesn't have a lot of macro knowledge, and that's why he's not high rated right now. He's Platinum 5, and so it's good, but his mechanics are on point, his positioning is on point. He played super well in both our games. He has a versatile champion pool. I've just been super impressed by the guy. I think he'll be a great fit for the team and replace last year basically our other carry player, Kevin. So I think he's a great fit.
And then I want to know, and I'm going to quote you on this too, top 3 things to work on for the next game. What do you go back with the team now, and what do you sit down and go, this, and this?
Communication, for one. Right now, our communication was basically me telling people what to do at the wrong times because I haven't played with them enough, and people calling out things that, I don't know, like ineffective communication on everybody's part, including me. So basically, we haven't played with each other enough to understand what patterns we need, what things we need communicated with each other. So absolutely huge. So team fight synergy, knowing what target to focus, how we play around each other, and then draft. Our draft was pretty suspect just because we didn't have time to scout the other teams or really understand what we wanted to play or what comps we wanted to play. So that put us at a disadvantage from the start. So I'd say draft, communication, and team fight synergy.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions, Ben?
I don't think so anymore. I think you covered a lot of it, so.
Perfect. Well then,
very nice.
I'd like to say thank you to Butler Esports for bringing me out. My name is Nathan Lundquist. You might be seeing me around here. This is a great opportunity. This is a lot of fun. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. So yeah, we'll end it right there. Everyone have a wonderful night, and until next time.